Alright, so it's something a bit different for me. I always make my mother something for Mother's Day, and this year I'm making metalwork poppies, so stay with me and you'll see how I made them. Right, so this is what I'm making the flour out. It's an old fridge, and all I'm doing is taking the metal skin off and separating it from the insulation, which is on the back of it, and that's what I'm making them out of anyway. Right, so this is a piece of the skin of the fridge. So I've made a metal template. I'm just going to try to get, just cut 4 doesn't need to be brilliant. Right, so I've traced them out, so I'm just going to cut them out now. Right, so one done. I won't let you watch the rest of them because it's boring. Right, so I would suggest wearing gloves to do this because the edges are pretty sharp. I've cut myself a couple of times. Right, so all I'm going to do now is just use a punch, make it ready for drilling so I don't slip off the mark. And just going to go ahead and drill a hole. Right, so all I'm going to do now is just sand the paint up to say there. Right, so I've got them all done. Okay. I sanded all the edges around the side as well to make them less sharp. And what I'm going to do now is this is what I'm going to use for the stem. It's a piece of metal. It came out of an old mattress. I just recently changed the mattresses to memory foam mattresses, and the old spring mattresses went out, so I stripped the mattresses down to use all the metal out of them. So yeah, that's what this is anyway. All I'm going to do is I'm going to thread these onto here like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the tip up and then peen it over so it's like a rivet on top, and then slide all these on so it won't go no further. Then I'm going to braze all of these together to the top of the rod, and that's how I'm going to do it. Right, so I'm just going to heat it up and then bend it over. just mushroomed over like that. Be enough to thread these through. Just to hold the petals on. Right, so I'm just using one of these bronze brazing rods. Just general purpose flux, brazing flux. And dip it in the flux. Alright, so it's all brazed up now, and I'm just going to sand it down as best as I can to key it for the primer. I would suggest if you're doing anything like that inside, use a respirator. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly sand it down and then stick some primer on it. Alright, so I'm just going to prime it. I've just got some of this special metals primer. It's pretty good stuff. Right, so primer complete. I'm just going to let that dry. Probably going to get the hairdryer on it to dry it off quicker. Right, so I'll be back when I paint the gloss on there anyway. So unfortunately, I didn't set the camera to record when I was painting it. But anyway, it's all painted. I'm sure you know how to paint. Just painted it red. I used this, it's just really cheap paint. 151 coatings. It's just a cheap paint. It was about £1.50 from one of those cheap high street shops. Works pretty well. Stinks though. So if you don't like the smell of paint, I wouldn't suggest this paint. But it's just cheap crap. But yeah, anyway, that's how it's come out. Looks reasonably good. Right, yeah, so this is how they turned out anyway. Painted them all up. Took me a couple of days to paint them and everything. Didn't take too long really. Probably took about, I mean, without the drying time it would probably only been about 8 hours work or something. But anyway, well worth it. If you can't braze them, I made some different ones down here. I've just got some threaded rod, and where I actually drilled the hole in the one that I showed that I was making, I just put the threaded rod through and put a bolt and washer either side, so you can easily do them like that as well if you can't braze them, if you've got no way of brazing them, and then just paint them up the same way. They look just as good. Yep, so that's it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.